There are 4 brand new POIs this season: the Hive, O.X.R, HQ, Ranger's Ruin, and Swarmmy Stash. Today we're going to take a tour around the Hive and I'm going to show you everything there is to see, including the best direction to drop in from and the loot path to maximize your chances of survival. So make sure you stick around to the end because you're really going to get something out of this one. Okay, we've arrived at the Hive. So what we'll do now is we're just going to do a quick zoom around from a bird's eye view just to show what the POI layout looks like. So we've got quite a few of these big structures in the middle and they're important, which we'll get to in a minute. And we've got a few different sort of entry points you can see where you can come in from. Now, in terms of what we find here, we're going to have a few of these types of things here. If I just go down, so these are called swarmer nests. So this is where all of the bugs spawn from. There are smaller swarm nests as well. I believe that this is another one of them, and the bugs will come out of these. Now, if you hit them with your pickaxe, you actually get loot out of them as well. So this one has probably spawned out of there. Now what you also find in this location is, what do they call these ones? These are the Hive Stashes. So there will be legendary chests in here as well. Now they're positioned all around this POI and you will typically find that they are located in these big structures. So there's one here, zoom through it. There's a little structure here where you will typically find a chest, but there is another big structure here where you'll find one, so that's 2. And then you'll also find, here's a couple more structures. This one is a smaller structure, so that doesn't have one, but this one does. So that's 3. And then if we head back out this way, here's one of the bigger structures. There's 4. And this, again, this is a big structure, but there's actually not one in here. So you will find a chest in here. And is there another one? There's one in the middle as well, I think. No, there's not. That's the one we looked at before. So 1 there, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 here. And in terms of which is the most beneficial, which has got the most density in terms of loot, I've done a bit of a pan through. Now if you were to come through from this angle, you do get quite a few chests. So there's 4 or so chests in this area here. You could potentially then even hit this, what do they call it again, swarmer nest, to get some more loot, and then you could grab this legendary chest as well before heading down here. If you wanted to then head into the main area, you could. So that's not a bad angle to come in from. I actually feel this is the better angle. So if you were to come in from here, I feel like if you were to go down here, you will grab these 2 chests. You will then get this Hive Stash, and then you can drop down in here and get a second Hive Stash. Now you'll also be able to hit these little swarmer nests, and once you've done that, you're going to be pretty stacked. So you could venture out this way, because I feel like you could head over here if you wanted to, or you could just start some fights over here, or you could head out this way, and again you've got another opportunity. So I feel like this is actually going to be your best loot path. So again, just to go back up to the top, we're coming in from the west, I imagine. So if you come in from this angle, drop down into here, grab these 2 chests, grab this legendary chest, drop down here, grab this second legendary chest. You could even hit these 2 swarmer nests, which would then basically stack your loadout. And then from there, you can either venture out here to that legendary chest, or you can make the choice to venture out here to this legendary chest. Now, if you were to come from any other angle, I feel like you're going to be at a disadvantage, which is, as you can see, what I did. So if you come from this angle over here, there's not a lot, right? So basically, you're coming in here, you got 2 chests, maybe 3 if you jump up there, maybe this one 4, and then you've got maybe 5 there, but still at this point you haven't even hit a legendary chest. You then have to venture into here, which does put you pretty exposed. You're pretty central in this area. If we go back up, that is kind of the central point around there. So you haven't really grabbed much good loot by that point. Even this, coming in from this angle would be better than that, because if you come in from here, I mean, you could grab those chests there, but you would just grab this legendary chest here, and then you could venture out back around here if you wanted to, before heading down here. This doesn't always spawn, this was kind of random. If I was to rank the 4 directions to come in from, I would say west is going to be the best angle to drop in from. Then you would either come in from the south, because again you've got the chests here, and you've got a legendary chest, and you've got this little squishy here which you can grab. And then third, I would say third is over here, because it's a little bit more spread out, but you do have a legendary chest over here. So that would be your west. This is kind of still west. I guess this is southwest from this angle over here. This is kind of getting into northwest. I think the north is the worst. Like if you were to come in from the north, I feel like you're at a real disadvantage, because you've got this chest here, and then you've basically got to come over here to grab this legendary, and you are going to be highly exposed by that point, and everyone else who's come in from a better angle has potentially got legendary loot. Where the boss will spawn from, she will spawn from these locations. There's 1, 2, 3. So she just alternates between these 3 locations, and she's pretty massive. So I'll show you the bosses in another video. But today I just wanted to go through this particular POI. Let me know in the comments if this is something you like. I will go through all 4 POIs that are new and just show you guys, so that it's just hopefully useful before you jump into a game. You can kind of see how it's laid out. You can kind of see which direction would be the best direction to loot from, and then hopefully you can use this in your game. Let me know if this is something that you actually did try, and if I am pretty accurate in terms of ranking these particular directions to come from.